my side.
And can you tell me a bit about your childhood, your parents?
My mum was white, English, and my dad Jamaican. A volatile relationship, a lot of domestic violence.
And
My dad used to beat my mum up, and so on. Later on in life, when my mum was dying, 4 years ago, just over 4 years ago, I found out that I was conceived through rape.
oh,
But my dad, who I thought he was my dad, but he used to bully my mum and things like that. My mum left him after a while and got with someone else for protection, and had a kid a year and a half after me. And then his dad was African. His dad kidnapped him and took him to Africa, and we didn't find him for 30 years. So, yeah, my mum was a good mum. She done everything for me and my brother and my sister. But my dad used to beat her up all the time, and it took to the point where she stabbed him for him to get out of the house. And I only found out about the rape when my mum was dying. I found a note what she wrote. Normally I wouldn't have read the note, but because she was dying, I knew it was right to read it.
And so growing up, obviously, you grew up in a really rough area in itself, not just family problems. So would you say that you're a product of your upbringing, or do you blame your own decisions? Do you take full responsibility?
Yeah, I take full responsibility for everything that I've done in my life. But I believe that if I didn't hear and see what was happening to my mum, I believe I wouldn't have gone onto the streets when I did. Because I went on the streets to escape what was happening at home.
So what have you been convicted of?
I've been convicted of possession with intent to supply heroin, possession of ammunition, ban driving, possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life, and possession of 500 bullets.
So how long have you spent in prison then altogether?
12 years, 3 months.
Oh.
I was sentenced in total. I had sentences 17 years, 10 months, and 2 weeks.
And in your documentary, you were in a documentary called Gun Number 6. You mentioned about getting shot a lot of times. So how many times were you shot altogether?
The first time I got shot, got shot in my foot. Went in my foot and come out the side of my leg as I was running. The second time I got shot 20 plus times. The third time I got shot once. And I got stabbed 7 times also.
Oh. And in the documentary you mentioned how you never spoke to the policemen about who shot you or if you knew anything about it. So did you ever retaliate behind closed doors?
I can't say that I retaliated, because there's always an option for the police to come and arrest me, even though I'm doing so good and positive. But obviously it was tick for tack. So yeah, I was shot numerous times. I was charged with numerous shootings but found not guilty.
And what age did you get into all of this gang violence?
I was 13 when I first started selling drugs on the streets on my side. I was selling heroin and crack cocaine.
And how long did this go on for, you being in this sort of lifestyle?
Right up until 2011.
And who was a part of your gang? Was it like friends, family members?
I had some friends and some family members, but we think they're friends, but they're not. We find out when the rubbish hits the fan that they're not friends, they're just associates.
They snake you out?
Yeah, because when I got shot 27 times, I was on a date that night with a girl and she got shot twice. And it was one of my so-called best mates that told the shooters where I was.
Oh. So you had to learn from young that you were in it on your own, basically.
Yeah, but in 1991, the reason why I became so violent and that is because me and my mate went to get a sandwich, and my mate was killed in front of me. He was shot in his head. So
Was that not a wake up call for you to?
nah, that was a wake up call for me to retaliate and do what I had to do, because it was going to happen to me sooner or later.
What age did you get out of this whole lifestyle of violence and?
I think I was 38. It was 2011.
So it went on for like 30 years then.
It went on from the 80s right up until 2011, over 4 decades.
And in the documentary, you mentioned something really interesting about 500 bullets. You got caught with 500. Could you expand on that and tell us a bit more?
I got caught with 504 bullets.
Oh.
In Liverpool, what it was, I was going to send somebody to go pick them up for me, but I was in my side on the day that it happened, and Manchester Carnival was on, and because I'm an high-risk offender, or according to Greater Manchester Police, I'm an high-risk offender, they said if I don't leave my side, because we get like ASBOs when it's Carnival, they're going to lock me up till the Monday. It was a Saturday. The 16th of August in 2008. So I went to Liverpool. I was going to send someone for them, but I went for them instead. And I met my mate who had a mate. So I'd done the exchange, bought the bullets, and little did I know the person who I was buying the bullets off was under observation because he'd been selling bullets and guns around Liverpool. And I used to always warn people, be careful about getting caught up in people's operations.
And you got caught up in it yourself?
In an operation, yeah.
And so what happened when you got caught? Sent to jail?
Yeah, I got 5 years. My co-accused got caught with drugs. He got 8 years. My other co-accused got 12 years. He got caught with a load of guns and 5,000 bullets. But also, when he got to the police station, there was 5 guns at his house. When he got to the police station, the police says there was only 3 guns at the house, so 2 guns went missing.
And have they been found?
No, obviously the police have took them for their own use.
And going back to the documentary, when was that filmed? How old were you then?
That was not last year, 2017, the end of 2017.
And what was your main message that you tried to convey through that documentary? What was you trying to tell us?
I was just trying to tell people that people suffer from trauma and to make them aware of the trouble and the consequences that a gun has. Because as you know, that gun's killed 3 people. 11 people are doing life sentences for it. So it's just to make people aware.
And if you were to give someone advice, someone who's in the same position that you were, what would you say to them?
Believe in yourself and don't listen to others, because when the rubber hits the fan, they're not going to die for you, they're not going to kill for you, they're not going to do a life sentence for you. And to, think about your family, because we all go think we're bad and all that, but when we all go behind the closed door, everybody who goes to jail cries for their mum. I done it. Everybody does. Your boys ain't there to protect you then.
Yeah. And so, obviously, most importantly, you're seen as a big inspiration, and I think that's what's really striking because you now help people. You've used your past trauma to turn it into a positive, and now you help people. So could you tell us what you do to help?
I just kind of like gauge what an individual's going through and kind of like put them in the position I was in at that time and kind of like do role reversal and try show them what I went through and what I don't want them to go through. So I come out of jail. I was the most dangerous person in Manchester and Liverpool when I come out of jail, according to Northwest Crime Squad. I wasn't allowed in Manchester for 2.5 years. I was released on MAPA 3 Tier 4 offender, which is the highest risk a person can be released. So I had to live in a hostel in Liverpool on a 7 o'clock curfew for 8 months.
Right.
And then when I come out of that hostel, I had to get an house address approved by Manchester Police and Liverpool police in Liverpool. I wasn't allowed in Manchester.
But now you're here finally, so that's the good news.
Yeah.
And going back to when you were shot, how did you survive 20?
I don't know. Do you know what people say? I had a bulletproof vest on, but a lot of them hit my body and my arms and went under my bulletproof vest. But I don't know. People say there's not a God or something, but there must be somebody. Nobody gets shot 27 times and survives. Stabbed 7 times.
So you don't say that you're lucky. You think that there's a God out there who's protected you.
Yeah,
Kept you here for a
and
reason.
the reason I say that is because I never really believed, but when my mum was ill, I come back from Liverpool to look after my mum because she was dying. She got baptised, she found God, and she became a Christian. And then a couple years later, someone got in touch with me from America, a film director. And I said, how did you get in touch with me? Because he'd wrote a film and he wanted to speak to me. And he says, my cousin's a priest in Warrington, and he reached out to somebody in Mosside, and he reached out to my mum's priest, the guy who baptised my mum. And then I says, what's the why would he? He says, he's told me that I need to speak to you. I've never really had a conversation with a priest. So I believe that it was a sign from my mum or something, but there must be some high power. How can a man from America get in touch with me? How many people is in England? About 66 million. This is 66 million. How can that happen?
So it came full circle then.
Yeah, and then last week when I come back from Morocco, I was filming with the same guy. This is an award-winning LA director.
So do you think that you're going to convert to Christianity anytime soon, or?
No. No, I'm not.
Okay, and you said that you help young people. Do you go to youth centres?
It's not just young people. I help people my age. I help
Everyone.
people. Yeah, it's not just young. I help girls. I help boys. I talk to girls about domestic violence, not accepting money off men and then expecting to sleep with them, not expecting money and then getting beaten off men. I help everybody, young people, old people, vulnerable people. I go to youth clubs, I go to schools, I go to colleges, and I go to universities and I lecture to try and give social worker students real life experience, what they're going to have to deal with when they go into the field of their choice.
And this is why you're seen as such an inspiration. Could you list some of the names of the schools or the youth clubs that you've been to? And whereabouts?
Manchester Factory, Harper-A Rochdale Road, Harper-A Alternative Provision, Manchester College, every single campus, Abraham Moss, I could go on forever.
Salford Uni.
Salford Uni, Manchester Met Uni. I could go on forever. University College Birmingham, where I was at the other week. Birmingham University, Liverpool Hope, Liverpool John Mars, loads of times. Liverpool Edge Hill.
So it's not just solely Manchester, it's everywhere in England. Do you hope to expand even like abroad, even like?
Believe that there's a talk about me going to the USA.
Alright.
Even I got a firearms conviction, so the organisation I'm going to be working for in London, the project's been underwritten by government, so everybody within embassy, FBI version over here, MI6 and all that, all know that I'm about to do this work, so I believe they're going to help me get to America and so on.
Well, good luck with that. And you work in London, right?
I'm going to start in July. Yeah, but you know, all the work that I've done, I try to show kids if you believe you can achieve. Look, last night I was at Parliament with MPs and it was a sad, sombre affair. A mother whose son was killed, it was shown on screen and we had a discussion. But also was invited to Clarence House, which is Buckingham Palace, in December.
Wow.
To advise Prince Charles on knife crime.
Wow.
So I met Prince Charles, I spoke to him for a while. Prince Harry, Tom Hardy, Tiny Temper, Gareth Southgate. There was quite a few people there.
Is there anything else on your bucket list that you want to achieve to help people?
No, I just want more people to work together instead of against each other. Because in this kind of field, there's a lot of egos and a lot of people do it for money, whereas I put profit behind life, where people will put profit before life. So I put people before profit.
Yeah.
But most people put profit before people and won't go out and do anything. Because like 80% of the work I do is voluntary. Go to schools for nothing, and maybe I get a free school dinner, no petrol money or nothing like that.
So it's clear that your intentions are good. And lastly, what do you think could be done to help prevent just anyone, not even just young people, just anyone from going into that kind of lifestyle that you was
You
in?
know what? I think parenting's got a lot to do with it.
Upbringing.
Yeah.
Even schools.
Yeah, but parenting, a lot of people now ain't getting disciplined. And
why do you think that is?
Because people, they're allowing the kids to rule the roost. And the kids are sitting down smoking weed with the parents and drinking with the parents and talking to them disrespect. When I was brought up, obviously I went on the streets to escape what was happening at home. I knew I had to respect my elders, because back in our community, if you was disrespectful to an elder, that means that elder was allowed to give you a slap. So you knew better, because all the parents worked like that. But kids nowadays, they rule the roost.
And where do you think this leniency has come from? Why?
I just think people have stopped valuing parenting.
Okay, and thank you. That's it. Thank you for your
Is
time.
that it?
Yeah. I don't know what else.